lovely students. I'm Madam Joyce from Educare TZ. I'm teaching biology, and today I'll be with you to discuss the topic that is cytology, whereby we are going to deal with our subtopic, which is known as type C of a cell. This is our subtopic, but our main contents, we are going to discuss the cells organelles. So, and we have seen the first cell, cytoplasmic organelles, it is called the nucleus in the previous session. So, whereby we try to see the structure or the generalized structure of the nucleus and the internal structure of it. So, we terminating by looking on the chromatin, which is found within the chromosome, which is found within the nucleus. So now let's proceed looking on the structure of the nucleus and its content and its functions in general. So now by starting, we have another structure which is found within the nucleus, and this structure, it is called the nucleolus. This structure, it is called the nucleolus. So what is the nucleolus now? The nucleolus is a cellular structure present in the nucleus of the eukaryotic cell. So hii nucleolus simply tunaweza tukasema kwamba ni structure ambayo inapatikana kwenye eukaryotic cells. So when we say eukaryotic cell, here we mean those plant cells together with the animal cell, ndio ambayo ina bring about eukaryotic cell. So tukiongelea hii ambayo tunaita nucleolus inapatikana pekee kwenye hizi plant cell pamoja na kwenye animal cell. So now we can also say that the nucleolus appear as a rounded and darkly stained structure inside the nucleus. We are going to see that dark stained, kwamba ile nucleolus inayopatikana ndani ya nucleus tunasema kwamba yenyewe inakuwa rounded and darkly stained. Yani ndani ya nucleus unakuta sehemu ambapo kumekolezwa kama kuna weusi fulani. We are going to see what is this in the structure. So now also we can simply say that it contains nucleolar organizer that is synthesize ribosome by transcribing and assembling ribosomal RNA. So this one is the function or the main function of the nucleolus. That is, it will contain nucleolar organizer. That nucleolar organizer synthesize ribosome by transcribing and assembling ribosomal RNA. Remember, my students, we have seen that ribosome, its main function, it is for protein synthesis. So now, how does a protein made? So the manufacturing of protein within the nucleolus inakuwaje? That's why here we have seen that it is synthesized ribosome by transcribing and assembling ribosomal RNA. Hizo ndizo ambazo baadaye zinakuja kutengeneza sasa ile protein ambayo inapatikana within the cell. So now let's see this figure 1.9 so that you will understand the structure or the generalized structure of a nucleus. So as usual, my student, now you can see the structure of the nucleus. Now starting from the outside. On the outer structure or on the outer part of the nucleus, there is ribosome. There is rough endoplasmic reticulum. Why is it called a rough endoplasmic reticulum? It is called rough. It's just because it contains these ribosomes. So now you can see this is small ribosomes. Ndio ambayo ina bring about a rough endoplasmic reticulum. But also on the outer structure now, let's discuss the structure which is nucleus. On the outer structure of the nucleus, now you can see we have this nuclear envelope. This outer structure, it is called the nuclear envelope. And we have seen the function of this nuclear envelope. That is, it allows some material to enter and those material to exit within the nucleus. But within the within the nuclear envelope is where there is another structure now. These pores, these very small pores which are surrounded all over the nucleus. So now you can see these nuclear pores, they are just separated by the nuclear envelope. But also with apart from the nuclear pores that we have already seen even the function of it, so now we have another thing that is nucleoplasm. The cytoplasm of the nucleus, it is called the nucleoplasm, though we didn't discuss it in broader way. So the cytoplasm of this nucleus, we can say it is called a nucleoplasm. But also inside of the nucleoplasm is where now you can see the chromatins. This one, these are darkish, this dark structure here, they're just like thread-like structure which are found within it. This one are the chromatins. But also there is another structure that we have discussed in the previous slide, that is called the nucleolus. This one, dark stained part which is found within the nucleus, it is called the nucleolus. Center, it is located at the center of the nucleus. So my student, this one is the generalized structure of the nucleus. So now after we have seen now the structure of the nucleus, we have to ask ourselves, what are the content or what are the function of those substances which are found within it? So simply here we can say that the nucleoli, or simply we can say that nucleolus. So when it is one, it is called the when it is plural, it is termed as a nucleoli. So the nucleoli varies in number from one to many nucleoli within a single cell nucleus of a plant or an animal cells. Here I've seen that it varies in number. Ina depend kama hiyo ni plant cell au ni animal cells. Number of the nucleus, they tend to vary. So so now let's see the functioning of the nucleus. Je, nucleus inakuwa na function gani? Kama tumeona ile structure, tumeona vile vitu ambavyo vinapatikana within the nucleus. So we have to ask ourselves, what are the function of the nucleus within a plant or animal cell? And the first functioning of the nucleus is simply here we can say that it controls all metabolic activities of the cell. The first functioning of the nucleolus, the nucleus, it is used or it controls all metabolic processes. And remember, the metabolic processes, they are occurring within the cells. What kind of metabolic process here we are talking about? The metabolic process here including respiration. In order for formulation of ATP or energy within an organism, it demands the presence of the nucleus, since it controls that process to occurring within a cell. But also another kind of metabolic process here including the growth. You know that in order for growth to occur, there must be a cell division. And the cell division, remember, it is occurring within the chromosomes. So now you can see the importance of this nucleus. It helps in metabolic activities such as growth to occur within a living organism. So that is the main functioning of the nucleus. So if you have been asked either in your exams, make sure that this point should be the first point, kwa sababu imesimama inajielezea kila kitu. So metabolic activities, or you can even explain over there. You can say examples of metabolic activities. The first one is the growth, excretion, respiration, reproduction, and so on. They are regulated within the nucleus. And the second function of the nucleus here, we can say that it contains hereditary information of the cell. Hence, it transmits genetic information to a new cell. So since within the nucleus is where the DNA is located, so now within the within the nucleus is where now the DNA is located. So now the DNA, it is responsible for carrying this hereditary information. So that's hereditary information during maybe replication or cell division is where now it can be transmitted from one generation to a new cell, new daughter cells. So that is the second functioning of the nucleus. So my student, for more clarification on the functions of the nucleus, I'd like to invite you into the next part of this session, whereby we are going to clarify more about the functions of the nucleus. So thank you for listening.